Wait, I would rather you, I love that idea, but try not to tell them. See if you could show them.
Okay. It's a secret.
It is a secret.
Same
Please,
size seat.
please turn your hand more toward the floor. You have an issue with this. Yeah, and wrap your fingers around the handle of the baton and the palm toward the floor. There you go. I love that. No, they have a page turn.
Okay.
Okay. Can we get some feedback?
I mean, it was foreplay. I love the very drawing attention.
What's that? What I missed?
What was bad?
You were very,
You have crackhead energy. Please calm down.
Cleveland, man.
you were doing very strong beats, like the very strong first beat in almost every measure.
Okay. I kept losing the beat too. You know?
Yeah, that happens until you practice a lot, right? How about us? Do we have any feedback about technique or anything? Yes, Amanda?
I think like the baton was like a little like too high.
Anything else? Seth?
I feel like a hypocrite for saying this, but you kind of
Too much body stuff?
Yeah, a little bit.
Okay.
Too much body.
Yeah.
I feel like maybe when you're conducting with your, like I feel like maybe it's a little rigid. Like I feel like it could maybe flow like a little bit more.
I agree with that a lot.
Okay.
Okay, everybody's got something to say. All right.
Like whenever you would hit the first beat, you would do something with this hand, but it wasn't like a cue. I don't know.
Okay.
It was kind of awkward. I feel like.
So it's like the elephant in the room. You have a lot of ideas on the music, but I feel like you should practice. If you are gonna do that, you should practice what you want to do and know what you want to do,
Yeah.
so that when you do it, because it kind of looks like you're kind of guessing what you want to do right now.
Yeah.
If you are gonna change it up like that, know what you're gonna do before actually doing it.
What was the stamping thing?
I wanted them to slow down for the bar 31 for the quarter notes, and I couldn't. I wanted them to like look and do it. So I don't know.
I see. So, remember what I just said before you started about basic technique?
Yeah.
So, again, you have to okay, you're way too much rest.
Okay.
This is very angry conducting. So what I felt there was, I don't want to insult you. I want
It's okay. You can insult me.
This is in the humor, okay? So you know puppets, those puppets with the strings on their arms.
Yeah.
That's you remind me of, like Pinocchio.
Okay.
There was a lot of this going on. So
Okay.
you have to go back to basic, like this. Can you try the exposition again? Just with now. See, that's a whip to beat two.
Oh yeah, we don't.
I don't want to touch it. It's not allowed. So we go like this, super slow. Watch what it. 1, 2. Can you just do? All right. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. This time conducting through. Even if you miss all the cues, all I want you to think about this kind of look at your shoes right on point.
Okay.
About angular, and you know, you just have to try to keep it a little bit more refined. Can you try that?
Yes, sir.
Arch. Back to arches. Okay, so how was it in comparison to the first time?
It was easier to follow, but I think that as I know you're concentrating on your motions, but the harder you concentrated, the slower you got.
Yeah, sorry.
The tempo
It was
wasn't
easier to
different.
follow though, so I got
Okay.
slower with you, but it was.
Go ahead, Seth.
I have something that I actually like. So like in 31, it felt like there was more of a tenuto instead of an actual like slow down. I actually kind of like that a lot, and I was just wondering if I could steal that.
Let me look at third.
Yeah.
He's already thinking like
It's a da-da-da.
next thing you know, that was playing without
Yeah. Just like stretch those out a little bit more.
I don't know. Here's the thing with my age, right? This has to do with years of looking at the development of music. In the early classical period, the simplest forms, they didn't mess with nuance all that much, right? It wasn't about stretching or pulling or changing the tempo at all. The closest you get to that is opera, Mozart opera, right? Where you have to follow the singers and the recitative, and when an aria has a little bit. But this is the purest period of music that needs very little help. You know, we can do delicate phrasing, but these early Mozart works, I wouldn't mess with the tempo. I mean, I guess if you're doing a solo piano thing, but this seems like just with the 8 notes moving the whole time, there's a sense of groundedness and poise, and we don't need to mess with the tempo. Now, I'll allow you to do whatever you want to do, but there should be some kind of historical context when you make a decision like that. Not just you feel, at this moment, I really want to stretch this note. Okay, why is what goes on in my head. But I'm old, and you guys should be able to make some musical decisions. I'm just telling you, from a musical perspective, I don't think it's the greatest idea. That's all. Anyway, so I think you improved a lot. Now what you have to do is to be able to do that all the time, and then add the cues beautifully and everything else. Again, it's always back to the basics. How beautiful you're able to produce a lovely pattern like that, right? And we get many chances to conduct here. I feel terrible about Lauren, actually, because I don't want you to feel defeated and all that stuff. And I will be happy to work with you between class, I will. I don't know what happened with the last Zoom meeting, but I'll do it again. I'm happy to, yes?
And I also want to say that I can see a lot of improvement from the last time Lauren tried.
Oh, that's good.
So I just wanted to, it's really going forward for sure.
See, that's
I
encouraging.
also figured out what I was wrong, what I missed. The second line, like under where the development starts, I literally didn't see.
So you skipped to the top of the next page and left out a system of music.
That is what I got.
Okay, now, this is what I was referring back to. If you do this 50 times between now and the next time you're up here, the chances of you doing something like that are almost impossible.
Yeah.
You see what I mean?
Yeah, I literally noticed that I went, I squared it, like I made sure to highlight that, because I was like, I kind of feel dumb, because my eyes went to that bottom.
Well, I never showed you this, and I'm really annoyed that they unplugged all this stuff, because I have a, I wanted to show you. Now, when you do romantic symphonies, and they get huge, the one page is one thing, because you have all three brass percussion. Then sometimes the composer will thin out the texture, and on the next page, instead of one whole page of score, one whole page of score, you'll have two. You'll have two separate scores on one page. I always take a pencil and do a squiggly line between, so that I can see this ahead of time. If you need to do something like that on this, that's what you do. You separate the systems. When you're studying, when it's studied, you don't forget stuff like that. But as you're preparing it, you might. So that's important. Okay, Kathy, sorry. I didn't cut you off completely. Still have 10 minutes or something like that. Whose phone is here?
Oh, it's mine. Thank you.